There are 4 parts given in this question, and for all 4 parts, fx is given as fractional part of x and gx is given as greatest integer of x. And in first part, we have to check continuity of hx, which is defined as fx into gx at x equal to 1 and also for x equal to 2. So first of all, we will check continuity of hx for x equal to 1. For x equal to 1, we will check continuity of hx. Hx can be written as fractional part of x and greatest integer of x. Therefore, h1 equal to 1 and box of 1, which gives us 0. If we go for right hand limit RHL, h1 plus implies that limit t tending to 0, 1 plus t, and here 1 plus t. Here t is very small positive quantity. So it gives us t and 1. Limit t approaching to 0. It gives us result 0. Remember, we are taking t a very small positive number here. Now we'll go for left hand limit. Limit t tending to 0. 1 minus t, 1 minus t box. Again, t is a very small positive number. So this gives us 1 minus t and this gives us 0. For limit t tending to 0, it gives us result 0. So we can see that h1 equal to limit t tending to 0, limit x tending to 1 hx, and both are equal to 0. Therefore, hx is continuous at x equal to 1. Now we will check continuity of hx similarly for x equal to 2. For x equal to 2, h2 gives us fractional part of 2 and box of 2. It gives us result 0, as we know that fractional part of any integer gives us 0. We'll go for right hand limit h2 plus. It gives us limit t tending to 0, fractional part 2 plus t and 2 plus t again in box. We can write limit t tending to 0 t, and here we can write a number 2. Since t is tending towards 0 from positive side, it gives us result 0. And if we go for left hand limit, limit t tending to 0, fractional part 2 minus t and 2 minus t box, we can write h2 minus as limit t tending to 0, and over here we can write 1 minus t, and this number gives us a number slightly less than 2, so we can write 1. This gives us result 1. Clearly h2 not equal to h2 minus. Therefore hx is discontinuous for x equal to 2. So we can see that hx, which is defined as multiplication of fractional part x as well as greatest integer of x, is continuous for x equal to 1 but discontinuous for x equal to 2. Here in complete question we are taking t as a very small positive quantity. So this is the solution of first part of the question. Now we'll go for solution of second part of this question, in which as hx is defined as fx plus gx. So we can write fractional part x plus box x. As we all know that fractional part x plus box x can be written as x, which is continuous for all real numbers. Since h1 equal 1 equal to limit x tending to 1 hx. Therefore, second part clearly continuous for all real numbers as well as at x equal to 1 also. So this is the solution of second part of our question. In the third part, hx is defined as fx minus gx. It means fractional part of x minus box x. Now we'll going to check continuity of hx at x equal to 1. At x equal to 1. h1 gives us fractional part of 1 minus box of 1, which gives us minus 1. h1 plus means right hand limit. If we take limit t tending to 0, 1 minus 1 plus t fractional part, 1 plus t box. It means limit t tending to 0, t minus 1, because this number is slightly greater than 1, because we are taking t is a very positive small number. So it gives us negative 1. Now we'll go for right hand limit. Now we'll go for left hand limit. It means limit t tending to 0, fractional part of 1 minus t minus box of 1 minus t. Box of 1 minus t. It shows us limit t tending to 0. We can open this directly because this number lie between 0 to 1. So we can write fractional part of 1 minus t directly, 1 minus t. And this number is slightly less than 1. It means it gives us 0. So the left hand limit gives us result 1, which is not equal to right hand limit. Therefore, hx is discontinuous at x equal to 1. So this is the solution of third part of our question. In the fourth part of same question, hx is defined as gx plus under root f of x. And we have to check continuity of hx at x equal to 1 as well as at x equal to 2. hx is given as box x plus under root fractional part of x. So first of all we will check continuity of hx at x equal to 1 only. For x equal to 1, h1 equal to box of 1 plus under root fractional part of 1. It gives us 1 plus 0, it means equal to 1. Now we'll check left hand limit and right hand limit separately, as the definition of fractional part or greatest integer function changes at x equal to integer. So on the right hand limit, limit t tending to 0, 1 plus t plus fractional part of 1 plus t. Here we are taking t as a very small positive number. T is very small positive quantity. It means h1 plus gives us limit t approaching to 0, and here we have 1 plus under root of t, because this number is slightly greater than 1, and it means right hand limit gives us 1. For the left hand limit, h1 minus limit t tending to 0, 1 minus t plus 1 minus t fractional part. This number is slightly less than 1, it means it gives us result 0. And this number is also slightly less than 1 but greater than 0. It means we can open this directly as 1 minus t. Again, if we calculate this limit, we will get 1. Therefore, limit x tending to 1 hx equal to h1. Therefore, continuous at x equal to 1. And this is finite number. So clearly, hx is continuous at x equal to 1. Now we'll go for continuity of hx for x equal to 2. For x equal to 2. h2 means box of 2 plus fractional part of 2 in under root. Therefore, we will get 2. If we calculate right hand limit h2 plus, it gives us limit t tending to 0, 2 plus t plus fractional part of 2 plus t in under root. It means we have 2 plus under root t, limit t tending to 0. It means this limit equal to 2. Now we'll also check left hand limit at x equal to 2. Now we will also check left hand limit at x equal to 2. h2 minus means limit t tending to 0. Limit t tending to 0. 2 minus t box plus under root fractional part of 2 minus t. It means this number is slightly less than 2. It gives us 1. It gives us 1 plus, and this number is slightly less than 2. It means we can write this number as under root 1 minus t. It gives us again result 2. Therefore, limit x tending to 2 hx equal to h2 equal to finite. Therefore, hx is also continuous as hx is continuous at x equal to 2 also. So we can see that in the fourth part, in which hx is defined as gx plus under root of fx, it becomes continuous at x equal to 1 and also for at x equal to 2. This is the complete solution of fourth part.